Good morning. Today is April 27th, and this is your writing assignment for today. Make sure to listen to the instructional video, review the PowerPoint as I teach, complete slide number 5, hit submit, or click the turn in button when you're done. Okay, so today we're going to review how to compare and contrast. We'll complete a Venn diagram about the two stories, Me and Uncle Romy and Sidewalk Artists. So today's goal is I can compare and contrast Me and Uncle Romy and Sidewalk Artists. And remember, when you compare and contrast, comparing means that you're telling how they're the same, and contrast means you're telling how they're different. Okay, so in order to do that, click the link and review the awesome Brain Pop video that is attached here. You've watched it last week a few times, and don't forget, I did it that way because Brain Pop was not working properly. So if you can log into Brain Pop and find it on there, you are more than welcome to do that as well. All right, so compare and contrast. You have two cats here, right? And how are they the same? Well, they're both cats. How are they different? Well, one cat with the details we figured out was gray with black stripes, and the other cat we figured out was orange. Okay, so that's how those two cats were different, and that goes on the outside. Okay, remember that when you're comparing and contrasting, when you did the characters or you did the cities, North Carolina and New York, we needed to remember that things like saying, well, James lived at both. No, James didn't live at both. We wanted you to compare how the places were the same and different. So the places were different because one person waved hi from porches, another person waved hi from the front steps of their apartment building. But how were they the same? Well, people were friendly at both locations. How were they different? The city had a baseball stadium. North Carolina did not. So those are the things that made them different. How were they different? Well, North Carolina had trains and New York City had subways. Okay, again, that's how they are different, right? That's how you compare. James and Uncle Romy. Uncle Romy was an artist. James was a kid who thought art was easy, right? How are they the same? Well, they both liked baseball. How were they? Another way that New York and North Carolina were different. Well, North Carolina had, James played baseball there, but in New York City he played stickball. So that's another thing as well. What made them different? James loved baseball, but didn't play, and Uncle Romy he played in college. Okay, so that's how they were different as well. How are they the same? They both loved baseball. So here you are going to fill in the red boxes, okay? It has been somewhat done for you where you can easily pick out the similarities or the differences, okay? So you'll pick the setting of each story. That's where the story takes place. You will pick out the point of view of both stories. So now here's a hint. See how they're on the outside? That means that they're not going to be the same point of view. Okay? Uncle Romy is a blank artist. The children are creating a blank drawing. Okay? So fill those boxes in. Uncle Romy's studio is blank. The children's studio is on the blank pavement. Okay? So how are those different? What are the different themes? Well, in this one, the theme, you have to get to know people before you judge them. And in Sidewalk Artists mistakes and your mistakes can lead to even better artwork or work. Okay, how are they the same? Both stories use a blank to prepare art, and both stories teach us what? Okay, so all you have to do is make sure to read both stories. Reread Uncle Romy and Me if you have to. Read Sidewalk Artists, and you are comparing and contrasting both. Okay? Tomorrow, we will start a writing assignment that you guys will work on all week. So this is just to get you familiar with the writing process. Okay, so this Venn diagram is actually a way for us to pre-write or gather our information, our brainstorm. It's a form of a graphic organizer. All right, then we'll work on drafting, we'll revise, we'll edit, and we will make sure to publish our work. So when you're done filling in number 5, slide number 5, you are going to make sure to turn in. Here is your directions on how to do that. And that is it for today. Have a great day, everybody.